Alright, K-drama fans, it's time to settle one of the most important questions in drama history. Who is the best on-screen kisser of all time? Male lead edition. We've rounded up 10 of the most unforgettable kiss kings and their most iconic scenes. And fair warning, choosing just one? Yeah, that's not gonna be easy. First up, the gentle giant who's managed to turn practically every kiss into a viral moment, Rowoon. He may be one of the younger leading men on this list, but when it comes to kiss scenes, he's already playing in the big leagues. And if we're being honest, sometimes even outshining the veterans. With back-to-back hits, Rowoon has proven that he doesn't just kiss his co-star. He tells a whole story with every single one. In She Would Never Know, he gave us that longing, yearning kind of kiss that made viewers' hearts ache in the best possible way. Then in Destined With You, he cranked up the heat. One moment it's raw and fiery, the next it's slow and delicate. A perfect mix of passion and tenderness that had fans completely hooked. What makes Rowoon stand out is that unbeatable combo. Towering visuals that make every scene look straight out of a romance poster, those soft, expressive eyes that say everything without a word, and that signature way of leaning in, confident yet gentle, that makes every kiss feel both cinematic and way too real. Rowoon may have us in a chokehold now, but let's not forget who made us believe in K-drama kisses in the first place. Gong Yoo. A true veteran who's been in the industry for over 20 years and practically defined what it means to lead a romance K-drama. This is the man who made millions fall in love with the very idea of a K-drama kiss. Now in Coffee Prince, that drama didn't just make Gong Yoo a household name, it redefined what audiences expected from kiss scenes. Even now, people still bring up those moments as the gold standard, replaying them over and over like no time has passed. And then came Goblin, and more recently, The Trunk. These stories are mature and carry so much weight in the narrative, and he perfectly captured that kind of energy in the kisses for his roles here. Every single scene carries weight, history, and unspoken emotion. That's his magic. He doesn't just kiss his co-stars, he pours his character's soul into it. He knows when to hold back, when to let go, and when to break your heart completely. The romance feels bigger than the screen itself, which is exactly why fans are still talking about his kiss scenes years later. And speaking of setting the standard, after Gong Yoo showed us how it's done, the new generation definitely picked up the torch. Which brings us to Kang, another rising star who's quickly carved out a name for himself as the face of Netflix K-dramas. Romance, melodrama, even horror. This man has been everywhere. And if there's one thing he's consistently delivered, legendary kiss scenes that fans can't stop pausing, rewinding, and replaying. In Nevertheless, we got the infamous butterfly kisses, those dangerously tempting lip grazes, and all the tension-filled moments that had us forgetting every single red flag his character was throwing at us. The drama itself may have split the audience, but when it came to Kang's kiss scenes, there was no debate. This man knows exactly how to bring the heat. Viewers weren't just watching, they were rewinding, overanalyzing, and basically living rent-free in those moments for weeks. Now, no conversation about Kang is complete without talking about my demon. Because those kiss scenes, that's when he went from rising star to straight-up kiss legend. The chemistry between Kang and Kim Yoo-jung was so emotionally loaded, so jaw-dropping. It literally set social media on fire. Clips went viral in seconds, fan edits flooded TikTok and YouTube, and everyone collectively agreed. Those kisses were next level. Passionate, electric, and unforgettable. The kind that instantly puts Kang in the same league as the industry's best. And after Kang lit up our screens with those viral moments, you'd think no one else could possibly keep up, right? Well, enter Yoo Yeon-seok. In an industry overflowing with on-screen romances, standing out as the king of passionate kisses is no small feat, but for him, it's just another day on set. He's mastered the art of making every single kiss feel like it was ripped straight out of the most swoon-worthy romance novel. And when we say his kisses are electric, we're not being dramatic. With that piercing gaze and that dangerously charming smile, Yoo Yeon-seok turns a simple kiss into an event. He is always part of the master kisser conversations, and honestly, he's usually the one leading them. In Dr. Romantic, you could literally feel the yearning and desperation dripping out of the screen, the kind of kiss that makes you hold your breath without even realizing it. Then came When the phone rings with Chae Soo-bin and Hugh, fans are still talking about it. That kiss was so consuming, so intense, it earned the nickname the mukbang kiss because it felt like he was absolutely devouring her. And just when we thought we'd recovered, the interest of love happened. Those kisses, pure heartbreak and passion colliding, restrained feelings finally exploding after being bottled up too long. But wait, it could also be Seo In-guk. Let's be real, with those perfect lips, that piercing gaze, and acting skills that match his charisma, he's one of the few actors who truly understands what a kissing scene should look like. Think back to Shopping King Louis and Cafe Minam Dang. Even in lighthearted rom-coms, Seo In-guk manages to sneak in kisses that are playful, fun, and sometimes even a little goofy, perfectly in line with his quirky, comedic characters. But then shift gears to his heavier dramas, and it's a whole different story. In The Smile Has Left Your Eyes, those kisses were devastating, full of angst, tragedy, and forbidden love that made your chest ache. And in Doom at Your Service, paired with Park Bo-young, he gave us the kind of tender yet passionate kiss scenes that you just can't shake off. You could feel everything: the pain, the longing, the fragile love that made every kiss unforgettable. That's Seo In-guk's magic. No matter the tone, his kiss scenes never feel fake or staged. They feel lived in, like he's pouring every bit of his character's soul into the moment. Ready for another heavy hitter? Because next up is a man who's been delivering kiss scene gold for decades, Lee Dong-wook. A true veteran who's been in the industry for decades, yet somehow still manages to keep fans swooning with every single romance he takes on. What sets him apart isn't just his killer visuals or that next-level charisma, but the way he infuses raw, layered emotion into every kiss, making each one unforgettable and impossible to compare. In Goblin, his kisses were tender yet heartbreaking, perfectly capturing the bittersweet nature of his character's doomed love story. Then, in Touch Your Heart, he switched things up and gave us the kind of soft, wholesome kisses that felt so pure and genuine. It made viewers feel like they were watching two people actually fall in love in real life. And just when we thought he couldn't reinvent himself again, Tale of the Nine-Tailed happened. And suddenly, the passion was turned all the way up. Those kisses were pulse-racing, magnetic, and dripping with that mythical, almost otherworldly energy that only Lee Dong-wook could sell. And then, there's Bad and Crazy. That kiss scene, absolute chaos in the best way possible. The intensity, the fire, the sheer unexpectedness of it had everyone asking, wait, what did I just watch? That's classic Lee Dong-wook, always keeping us on our toes, leaving us breathless, and cementing his crown as one of the true kings of K-drama kiss scenes. But hey, the list doesn't stop there. Enter Jinyoung, a rising star who's been quietly shocking us with kiss scenes so good, you might forget your own name. In Yumi Cells, his chemistry with Kim Go-won was unreal. Those kisses weren't just romantic, they were so love-soaked and so natural that it felt like we were intruding on a real couple's private moment. People weren't just watching, they were pausing, rewinding, and asking themselves, wait, am I supposed to feel this single? Then he carried that same magic into Our Unwritten Soul, this time with Park Bo-young. Here, his character was shy and introverted, but the kiss scenes, completely on another level. What's wild is that he never broke character. The softness, the hesitation, the vulnerability of someone who doesn't usually express his feelings. It was all there, but layered with a passion that made the moment unforgettable. Fans often joke that watching a Jinyoung kiss scene feels less like seeing a performance and more like accidentally stumbling into someone's private love story. And that's exactly why he's quickly climbing the ranks as a strong contender for K-drama's best on-screen kisser. And of course, no best on-screen kisser list would be complete without this name. Park Seo-joon, the man who treats every kiss like a main event. If there's one thing about Park Seo-joon, it's that he commits to every single kiss scene like it's the most important moment of the drama. And honestly, for us viewers, it usually is. Take What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. He and Park Min-young had so much chemistry that their scenes became instant classics, the kind people still share in best K-drama kiss compilations years later. Fans couldn't stop talking about the iconic wall scene, the intensity, the confidence, the way he just took control of the scene. And don't even lie to me by saying you haven't seen that scene, because I know for sure that you have. Now, no matter the genre, his kissing scenes doesn't falter and delivers just that same heart-fluttering feeling. In his dramas like Fight for My Way, he gave us kisses that felt raw, spontaneous, and so in character for someone navigating first love with his best friend. They weren't overly polished. They were real, the kind of messy, passionate moments that perfectly captured the excitement and awkwardness of falling for someone you've known forever. Even in Gyeongsong Creature, where the stakes are so high, he manages to make his kissing scene one of the things being looked forward to by the people. So yeah, whether he's pinning someone to a wall or kissing through a post-apocalyptic nightmare, Park Seo-joon understands the assignment every single time. Alright, let's switch things up a bit. Now we're talking about Jung-suk. He might not be the first name that pops into your head when you think of K-drama heartthrobs, but the moment you remember his scenes, you'll instantly get why he's one of the best to ever do it. There's just something about his style that feels real. A little messy, a little unpredictable, and always perfectly in tune with the character he's playing. Take Oh My Ghost. The chemistry with Park Bo-young? Insane. One second he's kissing someone stumbling over herself, shy and unsure, and the next he's radiating this confident, magnetic energy that just snaps everything into place. And he matches it perfectly. That shift from soft to intense feels so natural, like it's really happening in the moment. Then there's Jealousy Incarnate, which delivered some of the most chaotic, passionate, and weirdly perfect kiss scenes in K-drama history. Funny, heated, full of tension, yet still utterly romantic. You just couldn't look away. And if you thought he'd reached his peak, Captivating the King proved otherwise. His scenes with Shin Se-kyung were packed with unspoken emotion. Guilt, yearning, forbidden love, all fighting for space in a single breath. You could literally see him crumbling under the weight of falling for someone he wasn't supposed to, and still leaning in anyway. And just when you think the competition couldn't get tighter, here comes an actor who's been delivering kiss scene gold for years. Up next, Chang-wook. You see his name in the cast list? That's it. We're in. No questions, no hesitation. We're watching. Because if Chang-wook is the male lead, we already know we're getting everything. Chemistry, chaos, pain, and those kiss scenes. What makes Chang-wook truly special is how he tailors every kiss to the emotions of his character and the vibe of the drama. Every scene feels distinct, immersive, and addictive. Take Love Struck in the City. He went full method on heartbreak. His chemistry with Kim Ji-won was so intimate, it felt like we were peeking into a private moment. In his rom-coms like Suspicious Partner and Melting Me Softly, you can see the playful side in some scenes. But when it comes to the kisses, he gets serious. Like he means business. But here's the thing. Chang-wook isn't just killing it in romance-heavy dramas. He brings that same intensity to action-packed roles like K2 and Healer. The fight scenes were amazing, but the kisses, on another level. Then there's his work in healing, heart-driven dramas. In If You Wish Upon Me, as Yoon Gyo-rae, an ex-con barely holding it together, his kisses with Soo-young were whispers. Gentle, aching, full of regret and unspoken words. These weren't just romantic, they were redemptive. Every kiss felt like a quiet promise he couldn't voice. And in Welcome to Samdalri, playing Cho Young-pil, a man tied to home, memory, and quiet devotion. His romance was soft, slow-burning, and deeply honest. Yet, when they kissed, it hit differently. Vulnerable, healing, and filled with that homecoming kind of love. Like he was kissing someone he lost, and maybe got back. That's the thing with Chang-wook. He doesn't kiss just to move the plot along. He kisses to say something. A shift in character, a turning point in the story. Fiery, playful, broken, or sweet. He nails them all. Every kiss is a moment, a heartbeat, a scene stealer. So yeah, who's your pick? We'd love to know. While you're thinking about it, go ahead and click on this video to relive all the most viral, jaw-dropping, heart-fluttering K-drama kisses in history. Trust us, you're going to want to see these again and again.